Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Political Brown Kid back again. And I just have to make this statement because, and a lot of y'all are not going to like what I'm going to have to say, but I'm going to say it anyway because this is how I honestly feel. We all know what's going on with Sean Combs, aka Diddy, whatever the heck he wants to call himself these days. And you see the raid that happened with both his properties in Miami and LA and all of this stuff. So I'm going to say some things that's probably going to tick some people off, but once again, I don't care. If you don't want to hear what I'm going to have to say, please tune out now. The problem that I have is this, and whatever the feds find, they find. But I was just looking at some information, and it looks like I guess he filmed his parties and has compromising tapes on individuals who attended his parties and sessions or whatever that the case may be. Now, whether that's a crime or not, you're filming people without their permission. If you're going to extort somebody over the film, yeah, those are crimes. You need to go to jail, straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just go to jail. But here's the issue that I have, and I even had issue with Cassie Ventura, his ex-girlfriend or whatever, fiance, girlfriend, I don't know what it was. Because now I'm seeing something online, and maybe this is true or not true, I don't know. But apparently, I guess 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson's baby's mother's named as one of the workers, one of the adult workers, as well as Young Miami. That these are allegedly, I'm saying allegedly, everyone, allegedly, because I'm getting this stuff off of YouTube. So I don't know if this is true or not. This is the problem that I'm going to have. And I'll start with Cassie. I have a problem with grown people using this word grooming. I honestly have a problem with the word grooming, especially for a grown person. If we're talking about some 6-year-old kid or some minor, and you're talking about an adult, then I can probably understand the word grooming. But when you start talking about people that are old enough to make conscious decisions, doing things, and then 5 years later, 10 years, sometimes even 20, like this whole Cassie thing, all of these pictures, she's smiling and giggling with this guy. And not to say that, a person can't be terrified of somebody. I've never been in a domestic abusive domestic relationship, so maybe I can't empathize with certain things, but there are certain things that I did regardless of me being in a situation or not. I just find confusing. I find it confusing that regardless of if you're in a domestic relationship or not, if you're not being held captive and locked away in a basement somewhere and only brought out to perform these degenerate acts, and you're walking around freely and able to be out of this person's presence, and you don't seek to go straight to the police station and say, this person is abusing me, this person is doing XYZ, this person is either abusing me sexually, this person is abusing me physically, or what have you, then I don't understand how a person, and I'm even pointing at Cassie right now, and I'm probably going to give a few more examples, how you can stand there, take pictures, be on the red carpet, fly around, go to all these fancy places with these people and be in these relationships for 10, 20, 30 years, or they were not together that long, but they were together for quite a couple of years, quite some time. Then they broke up, I think early 2000s. She wound up getting, I think, married to a white gentleman now. And I don't know if they're still married or not, but I thought she was married. Or she was at least in a relationship with somebody totally different. And that's been a while. And now all of a sudden, I think it was because, I don't know if some statute was about to run out in New York or whatever. I don't know what it was. But now all of a sudden, people are not filing criminal suits. They're not filing criminal suits saying, oh my God, this man forced me to participate in sexual acts with male escorts and all of this other stuff. They're filing civil cases. So really, it's similar to the Bill Cosby situation. Like, that's what I had a problem with the Bill Cosby thing. You had these white women, and race shouldn't be a factor here, but I'm pointing it out. All of them Well, the last one that really got Bill Cosby arrested is the one I'm really referring to. She was still interacting with him, asking for connections into the business, allegedly, according to my recollection of the facts. So let me just state that in there. According to my recollection of the facts of the case, she was still contacting Bill Cosby. She was still asking, I think, for um, business connections inside of the entertainment industry and so forth. And she was still having dealings with him. And then all of a sudden, then you want to file suit and bring cases up. These are things that I just can't fathom. Like now, you want to say that you, like, even with Cassie and them, if you're going to try and allege that you were groomed and and you didn't know what you, like, if you're groomed, how do you not know as a grown adult, not unless you have some kind of mental disability? I cannot support your claim of being groomed. I cannot. Really, all you're doing is using the law to your benefit, and I guess that's your right to do so. And it is also Sean Combs' fault to put himself in this situation for participating. If you're doing something that you don't want the public to know about, and that's why all these rich people file these NDAs and they put these certain contracts in place. But if you don't want people to know your business, then maybe you should stop doing this kind of freaky stuff. And that's on him. That's his part that he plays in it. But the part that the other people play in it, I just hate to see people willingly participate in certain things. Even like when you look at Giselle Maxwell, I think that's her name, that was with, is she the one that was with Harvey Weinstein? And all of these women that are later now want to come out and say, oh yeah, well, I was participated in Harvey Weinstein's island or wherever they were going. I don't know where they were going. But it was like, did you have a problem with it before? Were you being held against your will? You can't just play dumb and say that somebody was grooming you, because people get groomed all the time. Men groom women. Normally, it's in a sexual capacity when a man grooms a woman. You're trying to basically, I guess y'all call it grooming. I would call it finessing. You're trying to finesse her, and trick her out of, getting her into your bed, and then you're going to later on probably just use her and leave her, or not try to commit to her. You just want to use her whenever you can. And some women get mad at that. But, at the same time, you got to say, well, why'd you allowed yourself to get finessed. The same situations with the man. Typically, women finesse men or groom men financially. You have that woman, she knows that you have some type of attraction or admiration for her. And then she only comes around when she needs money, when she wants something, and she bats her eyes. She gives you the little soft puppy dog eyes or the little deer eyes, doe eyes, whatever you want to call them. And, she kind of touches you, rubs on your shoulders, and, kind of tells you things that you want to hear, gets money from you, and then she rolls out. Or she gets a free meal from you, then she rolls out. Or she does something and then she rolls out. She just gets some kind of resources from you, time, money, whatever it is, and then she rolls out. People groom people all the time. And so I'm just kind of confused when people want to play the victim. They want to participate in these type of things. They want to participate in this adult industry. Because I even heard, I was watching a video online of, it was a adult film legend. I'm not going to mention her name, but it was an old clip, and she just said some confusing things. In the first breath, she was talking about this was an old clip from like the 80s, and she was on a talk show, and she was basically stating that us actresses, we're the victims, the ones on the camera, we're the victims and being exploited. But then in the next breath, she was like, I have no regrets. I loved everything, every moment of what I did on the camera. And, because I was free with my body, and, I loved every minute of it. So so I'm confused. Like, how are you a victim? People typically use that victim card when they want to get out of jail free, when they want to skirt the law and they want people to side with them and people want to empathize with them, then they become victims. So that's all I wanted to say. I just had to get that off my chest. But I want to hear what your opinions and reactions are. Let me know what your thoughts is on this. Drop a comment in the comments section. Definitely hit the like and subscribe. Once again, this is the Political Brown Kid. I'm out.